Dougie, the obvious place to start is obviously 5 games unbeaten now, 4 wins out of the last 5 and 4 clean sheets in a row. You'll be absolutely delighted with that. Yeah,
it's been fantastic. Boys are in a good place, but like I keep saying, it's only a few games into the season. We've got to keep it going. A lot of games still to be played, but what the boys are giving at the moment is fantastic, and we've got to keep that going, Gareth.
Does it help having that game on the Friday night, sorts the full weekend out, you get the win on the Friday night and you've got 2 days rest?
Yeah, listen, it gives you the 3 points, it puts pressure on other teams round about you. They know they need to go and win games, but we just keep taking one game at a time. The boys have been terrific all season. We've had a few dunts, but that's expected. It's a long, tough season. There'll be lots of ups and downs to come, but at the moment we're in a good place, playing really well and keeping clean sheets, which gives you that platform to go and try and win games.
Just looking at the clean sheets, 4 in a row, that's the first time since 2016 now, a great achievement. Yeah,
it's been great. But like I say, we want to try and continue that. When it gives you, like I keep saying, it gives you a platform to go and win games of football. And like I say, this month's been superb for the club as a whole. And we're in a good place, but we've got to keep pushing. Tough games coming up, we know that. But like I say, we're playing well. We're picking up points, which is the main thing.
Somerset away on Saturday, it's always a tricky away day, but you'll be fully confident of a win.
Well, Ayr have been fantastic this season. Lee's built a really strong squad. They'll be firm favourites going into the game as well. It's been a tough venue over the years for the club. Also, the game this season, they beat us here 2-1, so we know what to expect. But we're in a good place. But like I say, it'll be a tough game. Ayr have, like I say, top of the table for a reason. They've been very consistent so far this season.
Looking at the 2 games against Ayr this season, it's been close games, a narrow defeat and then a win on penalties. You can take a lot from them, can't you? Yeah,
I think the game here, the first game in the league, 2 soft goals we conceded, and then we get ourselves back into the game. Listen, I said at the time, I don't think we deserve to lose the game. Certainly didn't think we deserved to win the game, but I think a draw would have been a fair result. But credit to Lee and his team, they came and got the 3 points. And then the second game in the cup, it was pretty exciting, if you want to put it in a better word, for both teams. 3 red cards, 2 goals, and then obviously we go through in penalties, which was pleasing. But again, it's another totally different game. Ayr are at home this time. The fans will be right behind them where they are at the league, which is fully expected. But we've got to go there with the confidence of how we've performed the last few weeks. Now,
we talk about this league being absolutely mental quite a lot. 5 points separating just 1st to 7th. But looking at the gap, you'll be pleased now to have that sort of breathing space between the bottom half of the table?
Listen, I don't think so. You've got to give credit to all the teams. Arbroath, for what they've done last season, they'll be hurting. There's no question about that. Hamilton are probably hurting as well with the position they're in. And then Cove are in and around it as well. So listen, the league's so tight, everybody can beat everybody and every team's capable of going a run. We're just grateful of how we've performed over the last couple of weeks to kind of push ourselves away from that area at the moment. But football can change in a minute, Gareth, and we've just got to keep ourselves going, keep just doing what we're doing and not really worry about any other team in the league, and like I say, just keep pushing game by game, picking up 3 points if we can, and keep pushing ourselves away from the relegation area.
Now, we mentioned Dara and Alan last week as the main injuries right now. Obviously Dara, that'll be a few weeks. How close are we with Alan?
Yeah, Alan's back in training, so I fully expect Alan to be in contention, available for the squad on Saturday. Dara, I'm not too sure. He's obviously still in a cast, so we need to manage that as best we can. And young Lawton's still out injured as well, so yeah, we have a couple of injuries, but listen, we just the main thing is just to keep everybody fit and ready to go for week on week. Just looking at squad selection, looking back to Friday, the debut from Efe Ambrose, a great performance from him. How big a part is he going to play since coming in? Yeah, listen, I know what Efe can bring to the team. He's an experienced player. Was delighted with how he played on Friday night against Inverness. Obviously he hadn't played competitive games, if you want to put it. So yeah, I know he'd played some reserve games here and there and training away, but when it comes to the real stuff, it's a different game. But I thought he handled it really well. Delighted with the way he's come in and applied himself. He's been great around the place. Everybody's took to him so far, which I expected, the type of character if he is. And like I say, I'm delighted to have him in, and he'll play a massive part in what we're going to do going forward. Apart from the injuries obviously mentioned, is that full squad to pick from? Yeah, everyone's fit and available. The only really exceptions are Dara and young Morton.